What's going on, everybody? I want to let you guys know my thoughts on Rock Band Rivals as a whole and let you know whether it's actually worth your money and what kind of Rock Band player is really going to get the most out of this new expansion. Now, I've done in-depth reviews of the actual new modes themselves, so I'm not going to repeat myself, and if you guys want to see my reviews of those modes, hit the description box down below, but I'm going to give you a general overview and let you know, what new things you're going to get and what are my thoughts on the overall package and what's coming in the future. So Rock Band Rivals is the first expansion for Rock Band 4 that you have to pay money for, and it comes with two new modes, one of which is called Rockudrama, which is basically a new career mode. And the career mode is very similar. It takes a very similar approach to VH1's Behind the Music. The story is told through full motion video sequences and interviews with former roadies, former teachers, and even other musicians in the music scene which you were brought up, and it sort of charts your band's rise to fame as like a small high school band all the way to like a worldwide sensation. And they talk about the harder times your band has been through as well, and it's a more comical take than what you're used to seeing on VH1's Behind the Music, and it's really cheesy and over the top, but I actually loved a lot of what I saw and heard. A lot of the jokes are usually hit the mark for me. Some of them fell a bit flat, but overall, I definitely think the Rockudrama is worth your guys' time. The gameplay itself hasn't really changed, but it's everything built around the career mode that's really interesting. It's going to grab your attention and keep you on your toes. So there's a new wager system where you basically have to guess how many stars you think you can earn before you play each gig. So do you think you can do 14 stars? Do you think you can gold star all the songs? It's something you really have to ask yourself, and based on how well you perform, you may have big payouts or you may end up losing the in-game currency, which is called fame. So fame is what you earn as you play more gigs, and then you can unlock subsequent chapters in the game. If you're a pretty experienced player, you really won't have any issues unlocking chapters in the game. Overall, the Rockudrama took me about 3.5 hours to complete. I had a lot of fun with it. The only criticism I probably have with the mode is that the narrator tends to repeat himself as you get further on, and you'll end up hearing the same lines recycled over and over again. But overall, I would recommend checking it out because I was skeptical of the mode and it really surprised me. The other new mode, of course, is really where the meat is at. That is Rivals Mode, which is a competitive multiplayer mode where you and 9 other people can form a Rivals crew and compete against other crews. So each week there's a weekly challenge which lasts for about 7 days or so. And this week's challenge involves playing songs that have the word love in them. In addition to the weekly challenges, there's also something called Spotlight songs. So there's 3 songs that are highlighted, which you want to get the highest scores on, and those get added to your weekly challenge scores. And there's a whole algorithm for how they calculate it. That's something that Harmonix hasn't really clearly explained. But basically, you want to play songs with the word love in them and try to get the best scores on them. And naturally, the higher difficulty you play on, whether you gold star a song or full combo it, means you earn more points or XP. So the way you are compared to other teams is through XP earned. Every song you play in the week's challenge, you'll see how much XP you've earned, and then that gets added to your team's total. And I found the Rivals mode was super addictive. This whole week when I was at work, the only thing I could think of was, man, I want to get home and contribute to my team. And this is honestly the most fun I've ever had playing Rock Band 4 in the last year. There's something really communal about Rock Band Rivals, especially in the Rivals mode. They actually have an app you can download on your iOS and Android device, and you can communicate like through chat. You can manage your roster. You can see the leaderboards. You can see the weekly challenge. There's something really cool about that, and for me, who's a competitive player, I love to chase scores and gold star songs and try to full combo songs. This is the perfect mode for that kind of player. The only criticism I have with it, or the only several criticisms I have, is that Harmonix could have done a better job of explaining exactly how the mode works, how the XP is calculated. And the other criticism I have, excuse me, is that there are some scoring bugs that need to be addressed. I found some songs I played in this week's challenge were not being properly recorded, meaning I had to go back and play them again to get my score to register. Now, this happened about 10% of the time, but it's something hopefully Harmonix fixes in the future. But overall, the Rivals mode is terrific if you're the kind of Rock Band player that loves to score chase. So let's talk about some of the other things that you'll get with Rivals when you download it or purchase it. So you're also going to get some music library enhancements as well. Now, those enhancements go to everybody who everybody who basically has the game. You don't even have to buy Rivals to get the music library enhancements, but they've made navigating your music library much simpler and much more like Rock Band 3. The user interface has also gotten an overhaul. It looks much cleaner this time around, and the live action backgrounds from Rock Band 3 finally make a return. Also, those people who purchase Rock Band Rivals will also be getting online play when it launches in December, as well as the next month, several months of updates for free. Now, the one criticism I do have with the overall package is that there are no new songs included as part of Rock Band Rivals. If you did pre-order the game, you will get 10 or 12 bonus songs, but if you didn't and you bought it after launch, you're not going to get any new songs as part of the package, which is a bit disappointing, but that's just a minor critique. Overall, if you guys are a hardcore Rock Band player and you love to, rank up and compete against other people, you're going to love Rock Band Rivals. If you're more of a casual player who plays from time to time and just enjoys playing Rock Band when you have friends over, I don't know how much fun you're going to get out of Rivals or how much money you're going to get out of Rivals, but the addition of online play and the next several months of updates may be enough to twist your arm to buy it. Overall, I give Rock Band Rivals an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely recommend you guys check it out if you're like me. That does it for my thoughts on Rock Band Rivals. I want to know from you guys, what are your thoughts on Rock Band Rivals? Comment down below. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe for the latest rhythm gaming news. Take care.